What's up, you guys? Welcome back to J Ransom TV. Today we're doing a new reaction series. This is Re Zero. I don't remember the full name. I should know this. Starting in life in another world. Now, let me give you a little backstory. Um, I didn't like this show at first. I watched a few episodes and then dropped it because I didn't like Subaru. I forgot what year I started it, but people's like, come on, just give it a chance. I think when season 2 was almost done, I gave it another shot, and people like, it gets better. I know he's a little annoying, but it gets better. Trust me. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a notch because I had random people online telling me a couple of my friends who like the show telling me just so pick it back up. I'm like, all right, so I gave it another shot and I enjoyed it. Some things still annoy me, but I grew to love the show. So season 3 is almost here, and you know how we do it on this channel. We watching the dub, and I don't remember season 2 had like a mini movie length premiere like season 1 did. But yeah, season 3 is long, and I just saw they just dropped a double feature for episode 2 and 3 for the dub. So I'll probably react to that tomorrow and have it up by Friday. So let's get into it. Man, out here getting some training in.
Let's go! I cleared it!
Well done.
Huh?
You've improved quite quickly, I suppose.
Welcome back, I suppose. I forget her name. I don't remember nobody's name. Subaru,
You have no idea how badly I
Amelia.
needed that.
I wish I could take the credit for it, but it was all Petra's idea. She'd be delighted to know you liked it, I suppose.
And was he a
Already
wolf?
been years
What's
since
the
we
wolf
entered
boy's
into our
name?
Contract. Time sure does fly, huh?
I'm sorry, I wasn't
Already been
listening.
years since we entered into our contract.
Oh, okay.
Time sure does fly, huh? And is it just me, or do you look cuter today, Bayako?
Betty has only gotten cuter over the last year.
And I've gotten a whole lot stronger over the last year.
I suppose. You really got me. Seems you've gotten better at telling jokes, I suppose.
Well, if you think I'm joking, then look around you. Behold, this secret training facility! Not only is it packed with obstacles that would make most people throw in the towel, but I can navigate them all flawlessly now.
You call this a training facility? You and Garfield have deluded yourselves into thinking this isn't just a glorified playground, I suppose.
I'll make you eat those words!
Let go! What you're doing is borderline spirit abuse! Beatrice! Huh? There's a visitor for you at the mansion! Big Sister Amelia says she wants you both there.
An unexpected visitor.
I don't remember her either. Like, I know who she is, but I don't remember her name.
Smells like an incident, doesn't it?
It sounds like we got ourselves a real headache, I suppose. Hey! It's been a while, you guys! Good to see you!
Mimi! Long time no see. How have things been?
Absolutely amazing! I got taller too, so I'm all grown up now.
No one who leaps onto my head the moment they see me is a grown-up. Anyway, what brings you all the way out here, Mimi? Hold up, if you're here, then does that mean...
He's pretty strong to hold her up to
Why do you
with
look
one
so
hand
nervous
now.
right now? Don't worry, Julius isn't with me today.
Was it Ram or
You're finally
Ram?
here, Baruzu.
Or was Ram the sleeping one?
Certainly took you long enough. Pervert.
You're the pervert here if you think this scene is anything but heartwarming.
Huh. Perhaps you should stop making observations about things based on your own personal opinions. They're irrelevant after all. You see, my opinion is the only one that holds any weight here.
Sounds like you've got some conflicting views about personal opinion.
Hey, it's about time. What took ya?
Yeah, that's the guy I was
Again,
talking
you're
about.
already. I've had my hands full here trying to babysit Otto and Amelia while you've been gone.
Now that sounds like the kind of thing I'd want to watch for a while.
Please stop wasting everybody's time and get in there.
I assume this is him?
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry.
Oh,
to
Otto's
interrupt
the
you.
merchant.
I'd like you to meet my knight. This is Subaru Natsuki.
She called me her knight.
Is everything all right, sir?
Yeah, I just zoned out is all. Sorry about that. Per Amelia's introduction, I'm her trusted knight, Subaru Natsuki.
I appreciate the formalities. I am here as a messenger for Lady Anastasia Hoshin. My name is Yoshua Eucleus.
Eucleus, huh?
Seems like that surprised you, too. That's right. It just so happens that Yoshua is Julius's younger brother.
Huh?
He's the star of the Imperial Knights. Not to mention he's the Royal Guard's second in command. He's currently separated from his role. But when Lady Anastasia takes the throne, he's guaranteed to become captain. Even the current Master Swordsman Reinhardt can't hold a candle to my brother's knightly ways. My brother is indeed
Reinhardt
a
is the
true
dude that
knight.
saved him from
Right.
I'm highly
Sexy Assassin
uncomfortable.
season 1,
My goodness. You sure love your big brother Julius, don't you?
I think.
Please forgive me for rambling. I lose all restraint when it comes to family.
Whatever. Just get to the point already.
You love your
Amelia.
brother, I get it.
They say Bombem tastes better the longer it ages, but there's a limit, you know.
Bombem? I love Bombem! It's yummy! Can we eat some?
Sure.
Yay! It's a promise!
Ahem. My apologies. Now then, the message for Amelia that Lady Anastasia entrusted me with. Allow me to relay it to you all. Lady Anastasia would like to extend an invitation to Amelia to the Watergate city of Pristella.
The Watergate city of Pristella?
What business does she have with her exactly?
She wants her to attend a party. And according to Lady Anastasia, it sounds like she's finally found what Amelia is seeking, or so she says.
What I've been seeking?
Yeah, what is
Yes.
that exactly?
It seems a merchant in Pristella just so happens to have the magic crystal you've been looking for.
Magic crystal?
Yes. Unless I'm mistaken, you're in search of a catalyst for recalling a great spirit, are you not?
Oh yeah, what's the name? It's gone. I'm sorry, I don't remember no names.
I'll be waiting in Pre-Pre!
2 or 3.
You better come and visit!
Well now, you've got quite the admirer, Garfield.
You act like I'm happy about that!
But you don't seem particularly upset about it.
Well, I don't care about any of it!
Be honest with yourself.
I am being honest!
If we do it, I'm scared we'll end up owing a debt to Anastasia. What kind of city is Pristella? Like, is it famous for anything?
It's huge. One of the biggest cities in Lagunica. And sits right on the border of the city-state of Kararagi. There are canals running throughout the city. I've heard it's supposed to be really beautiful.
Oh, so it's a city on the water, huh? In terms of the world I know, I guess it sounds a lot like Venice.
I'm deeply sorry that I have to leave the mansion at
What does
such
he
an
do?
important time.
Please, there's no need to worry and know that going forward, I have every intention of honoring your will, Lady Amelia. I know fully well that this is a terribly busy time, with the assembly of the Western nobles and all that.
Oh, just some words you like.
Good grief. Would it kill you to at least pretend to show a bit
Prolong
of
it.
remorse on the matter, Master?
Don't you think that's a bit harsh, Frederica?
Of course, Master.
Frederica
It worries
is
me a bit to send you and
dude's
Subaru there
sister.
alone, but if Garfield and Otto are with you, then I suppose it should be fine. I don't need to worry about Otto making mistakes during negotiations. And if he does, Garfield can destroy anything to help you to escape.
I'm not sure how sound of a plan that is, but I promise I'll do my best to handle whatever comes our way.
Hey, you don't have to handle everything, Amelia. Whether it's Anastasia or Julius that we're up against, when it comes to conversations, I'm the worst.
I don't know if that's something you should be bragging about.
Yeah,
Well, in
not
that
at all.
case, is it safe to assume that Rom will be staying behind at the mansion?
If that's your wish, Master Roswell, I will.
Everything is decided then. Well, I'm counting on you to watch over everyone. You got that, Beatrice?
Mew? I planned on doing that anyway, I suppose.
I'm coming in. Looks like I won't get to see you again for a while. But man, do I have a lot of things to tell you about today.
She's
First
been
off, an uninvited
in
guest
slumber
came
for
and
over a
gave us
year.
this huge new problem to deal with.
Before we meet with Lady Anastasia, it might help if I tell you where the royal selection currently stands.
Right.
At first, Duchess Cruce Kirsten and Lady Anastasia Hoshin were seen as the top pick and leading rival. And as for the other three, including yourself, if I'm permitted to speak so bluntly, you're thought to be
That
like a balance
cat
of
girl
numbers.
Yes.
behind her
That's undeniable.
is a boy.
But over this past year, people's
I
opinions of
remember
you seem
correctly.
to have improved at the
Cross-dresser.
very least. Your achievements in working with two powerful forces to take out the White Whale and a Sin Archbishop played a big role in that. And the other two number balancing candidates, they've managed to make a huge amount of progress this year, Priscilla especially. After she inherited her late husband's territory, influential people concerned about the state of affairs surrounding her joined her side. And
That
since
dude
her
who they
beauty and
took out is
temperament
so
allowed her to
creepy.
manipulate folks easily, she's now revered as the Sun Princess and gains momentum by the day. And as for Felt, the only strength she had was her knight, Sir Reinhard von Astria. The ones she set her sights on were people who had considerable talents but troubled personalities, those who already bore wounds. She earned their allegiance, and with her flexible perspective set forth massive reforms in the domain. So in the last year, not a single one of the major pieces have fallen off the board. However, since Duchess Cruce Kirsten lost her memories in the battle against the Witches cult, her outlook is hardly favorable. In other words, Anastasia is the only candidate who has managed not to lose any of her momentum yet. Her position before and after the royal selection began remains unchanged.
Anastasia has had some help, though. If I'm not mistaken, she's had the Hoshin Company backing her up all this time.
Yes. Their greatest weapon is their wealth. Striking with their financial might is by far their best move. This invitation from Anastasia, and not to mention the likelihood of becoming indebted to her after this. Do you see why this ordeal's making me so nervous?
Now that I have a really good understanding, I can see how my willful actions caused you concern.
As long as you understand, we have nothing to be worried about.
They're awfully strict with security here. This is feeling more and more like a water prison. Huh?
Amazing.
Damn, this is one hell of a view.
Priestella is a Watergate city that was built on top of a lake. It was made using 400-year-old technology. Its construction is strange, but considering that the city itself was meant to be a trap, it makes sense that they built it so the water would easily collect in the center, I suppose. They built the city to be a trap? That sounds so insidious.
Were they trying to trap mobbies?
No one is certain. There are no no surviving records explaining what the trap could have been used for, I suppose.
Man, this city is practically a maze, isn't it?
Since it was built around the canals, the parts on land ended up being much more complicated than they would have liked.
Dragon-drawn boats are more common than dragon-drawn carriages here.
Reminds me of Water 7 a bit from One Piece.
Wings on the water.
This building really sticks out like a sore thumb here.
Hang on, is this where we're staying? It looks like a Japanese inn.
You all certainly look surprised. Which makes me all the happier I chose this place for you.
Lady Anastasia.
Hiya. Welcome to Priestella, everyone. Thanks for coming on short notice. It's good to see you, Julius.
Lovely to see you as well, Lady Amelia. It's been far too long
Okay,
since
I
I've
remember
seen you.
him,
The
but
view here is magnificent.
I don't remember
Don't you think,
Anastasia.
Lord Subaru? Yeah, Lord Subaru, my ass. You can drop the act, all right. Such grotesque words from someone in such an honorific position. I've only ever treated you with respect. With respect? You big creep. Your sarcasm makes me sick to my stomach. I see now. Your status changed, but it appears to have had little effect on your disposition.
Look, you guys. It's perfectly normal to rekindle an old friendship, but...
You must be...
Oh, my name's...
I apologize for my neglect. I wasn't made aware that such a high-ranking great spirit as yourself would be accompanying this odd sort into the city today. I can introduce you to him, okay? This is Beatrice, the lowly... the spirit that I'm contracted with.
As Subaru's partner, it's only natural that Betty be accompanying him, I suppose. Not that I should have to tell you, but I'm of an entirely different status, rank, and cuteness than the spirits you like to keep around. Now that I've made my presence here known to you, might I request some delicious tea and pastries, I suppose?
Don't abandon your dignity at the end like that!
Garf, you're here! Why didn't the lady tell me you arrived? Come on, let's explore the inn! I can show you around!
Hey, hold on! I'm not done talking yet! Damn, you're strong!
I guess we should go too, then. You doing all right over there, Otto?
No, not that
Like,
it
dang,
matters.
nobody cares about me.
Doesn't matter.
This place has such a peculiar feel to it. We're sitting on the floor, and even took our shoes off.
If I had to guess, there's probably no bedrooms or beds and just futons to lay on the floor. I wonder if that means we have to wear yukata indoors, too.
You seem to know a lot about this place, Subaru. You sure do. Where did you study up so much on Kararagi style?
Kararagi style? You mean this inn?
Uh-huh, that's right. This sort of wafu architecture is traditional in Kararagi.
Wafu architecture. I can't get over how familiar that sounds.
In case you all didn't know, Priestella was actually built by Hoshin. He was one of the great men who founded Kararagi.
Who's that?
Known as Hoshin of the Wilderness. For over 400 years now, he's been remembered for both his innovative creativity as well as his revolutionary ideas.
Hoshin of the Wilderness, huh? He was probably summoned from another world. Specifically Japan, like me.
Yep.
Lady Anastasia, preparations are complete.
Thank you for letting me know. Shall we get straight to the topic you all have been waiting for now? The magic crystal you're looking for is currently in the possession of the heir to the biggest trade company in all of Priestella. Yoshua has arranged a dragon-drawn boat to take all of you to the Muse Company.
The heir to the Muse Company has the crystal?
Yep. He happens to be a gifted businessman himself.
And have we seen the Muse Company before?
Poetic name. He goes by another name? Yeah. The man whose heart was stolen by the songstress. In other words, the songstress maniac. I've never ridden a boat over water like this before. It may sound strange, but I'm excited.
This guy's gotta be a weirdo to have a name like that. Hold up. Is that canal flowing in a different direction?
Are you surprised? I actually
Subaru
know
can't be
this
calling
one.
nobody a
Look
weirdo.
over there. That's the control tower that manages the flow of all the water inside the city. The tower is actually a meteor, a very complex construction.
I think I'm gonna puke. The nightmare of when I rode the ferry on our school trip to the ocean just came back to me. Oh, shit. The world is swaying. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster.
It sounds to me like you just need a little bit of fresh air, I suppose. Since you're feeling ill, I think we should leave the songstress maniac to those three.
Hang on. Did they actually take advantage of me getting seasick and then use it to separate me from Amelia just now?
Now she doesn't have to suffer being around your seasick afflicted self, I suppose.
Come on, I'll be fine. Sure, I still feel a little unsteady, but I think it should be manageable. As long as I'm holding your hand, the heartwarming power will cancel it out.
Well, aren't you a smooth talker? But if anything happens, Betty will find a way to handle it, I suppose.
Awesome. I'm counting on you, okay? Now then, let's get back to them before Amelia misses me and starts crying her eyes out. So, the Muse Company. Are we positive this is the right way to get there by land?
Nearly positive, yes.
Then why do I feel like we've passed here before? You're not lost right now, are you? Please don't tell me you're lost.
No, I know exactly where we are, I suppose. However, if you're that worried about it, I guess we could ask someone for directions where to go, just in case.
I don't know whose idea it was leaving these two alone in an unfamiliar city. I don't. Maybe the English voice actress, she's not a good singer,
Singing is good. I can't help but
or
notice
they
the
just
lyrics
didn't
are
bother to
terrible.
dub it. I hate that they don't really dub the songs much anymore.
Just now, didn't I?
The Japanese actors have a fantastic voice, but
Something so
you know, it
incredibly rude
just
like that.
Some respect, will ya? What's your
it just
problem?
kind of like ruins the flow. She's gonna talk English then sing in Japanese. Now, if it was a made-up language for this world, then I would be fine.
Feels like every bone in my body is crying out for help.
Well, don't look at me. I'm not using healing magic on you, I suppose. You're better off asking Amelia to heal you.
What are you saying? You always get grumpy when I ask Amelia to heal me. Hey, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you
The
earlier.
songs come to me! Huh? Here's my new song! It's called The Age Differences in Love!
ね見えてる感じてるあなたと私の恋の年の差周りは変だと言うけれど私はそんなの気にしてないわ
I think the last anime I seen where they did it in English was Ninja Kamui. I mean, but I guess that don't really count, so they were singing like a.
二人の恋の距離静かに燃える愛となりやがて二人にこの通りきっと二人にこう送り未来は明るい恋物語
He just went into the flow.
Hey, what makes you think it's okay for you to suddenly jump in and join her song like that, I suppose? And why were you so quick
That
to
was
accept
nice.
this song after you were complaining
But they were
about
singing
the
like
other
a
one?
What's
standard
there to be
song.
upset about Bayako? Singing transcends national borders.
Really? I think so too! Liliana finds herself to be trembling with excitement. Not actually
Liliana,
trembling.
okay.
Somehow or another, it feels like I'm
But what I
the
was
one
saying
in the wrong, and I
is,
won't
really,
accept
the last anime
I'm
before that
sorry.
was
I haven't even introduced myself
the
yet.
Gundam
In case you haven't noticed, I'm a bard that makes
thing
a
that
living
came out.
using only
I
the
forgot what year,
fire
but the
and
Red
wood.
Comet,
My
based
name
around
is
Char.
Liliana. Hi.
The chick who
It's nice
became
to
an
meet you.
agent. Oh,
She bit her tongue. So sorry. I
dang!
just bit my tongue super hard.
I never bit my tongue that
Do
hard.
you think she could be?
Hey, you wouldn't happen to be the songstress that's famous in this city, would you?
Famous songstress? It's a bit embarrassing to be called that, but
But yeah, in the Red Comet, they had this chick who was worked in a bar who later became an agent. All the songs were sang in English for the dub. And she had an amazing
Showing me
voice.
the way, but you did listen to my song, so I think it's only fair you pay me something, right?
What happened to you being embarrassed to be called songstress, huh?
It'd be more embarrassing to not get paid for it. Happy-go-lucky life!
You don't take no for an answer, do you? I don't think anyone else has creeped me out this much with just their words and behavior since Betelgeuse.
Really? I don't have any idea who that even is, but it sounds like this Betelgeuse guy shows some serious promise. If I ever run into him somewhere, I'm sure he'll
That's
be
the guy they
worthiest
killed?
rival I come across in my life.
He's a Sin Archbishop in the Witches' cult.
Huh? You can't say that and then walk away. You're not the one they call Subaru Natsuki, the little girl user, are you?
The little girl user.
Nickname, but yeah, that's me.
Your support in Duchess Crochet Kirsten's subjugation of the White Whale, one of the three great mobbies, was powerful! The groomsman of history, whom even the sword demon Wilhelm respects. And with the help of Duchess Kirsten and Lady Anastasia of the Hoshin Company, you shook the entire world by taking down the Sin Archbishop of Sloth of the Witch Cult, and even slew the Great Rabbit, another of the three great mobbies!
Come on! What are you gonna do? Just barge in there?
Actually, that's exactly what I plan on doing.
Liliana? What is going on?
Oh, I'm asking this of you, please make me win! Subaru?
What?
Hey, how's it going, Amelia?
That's not how you want people to notice
Why
you.
are you causing such a ruckus, and who is that? Excuse me, is something wrong?
Let go.
Oh yeah. He mad.
Let go! Let go of her at once!
The jealousy, man.
What possessed you to want to get touchy-feely with the songstress right in front of a guy they call the songstress maniac?
I wasn't getting touchy-feely, okay?
Looked to me like you were wrestling with her.
I wasn't wrestling either!
Well, you perfectly timed ruining the deal we were about to make with him.
Yes, but I'm sure it wasn't Subaru's intention to.
Yeah, exactly. I was just trying to help.
You should still apologize, Subaru.
Right. Sorry for messing things up.
What am I going to do with you? Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
No need to apologize. I wasn't watching where I was going. I found myself captivated by your beauty.
What was that?
I was mesmerized by that lovely silver hair.
All right, that's enough. There's no need for that. Look, you both weren't paying attention and accidentally bumped into one another. She said sorry, so get a move on, will ya?
Wait, Subaru. Aren't you being a little rude right now?
It'll be fine, okay? I'm thankful for us meeting like this. It's quite thoughtful of the Water City to arrange it for us.
You're right. Thanks for that courteous display. While my reasons for clinging to you all are shallow at the moment, I have faith when the opportunity arises, fate will bring us back together on its own.
Couldn't agree more. So yeah, here's hoping that fate chooses to bring us back together soon. What's up, Amelia? Is everything all right?
Yes. I just feel like I've met that man somewhere before.
Not showing his
Anyway,
face.
we should take
He's
some
already
time as a
sus
group
'cause of
before
that.
Thinking of a new plan of action to get the crystal from the songstress maniac. I have errands to take care of, but I'll meet you all later.
You're leaving?
For now, since I've come all the way here to Pristella, I'd like to make the best use of my time.
He sure is passionate about his work.
What the hell? I'm getting a big whiff of somebody getting pissed off back at the inn.
Don't make me repeat myself. Quit being a smartass and get your master over here before I snap!
I wouldn't so much as consider bringing my brother before a ruffian like yourself, much less my master. Now please leave.
Huh? How dare you talk to me like that, you brat! I ought to kick your teeth in!
That's enough!
Lady Amelia, you're back already?
What happened here? Whatever it is can be handled calmly.
I'll tell you exactly what happened here! This brat's having a power trip and not letting me inside the inn!
Hey, I thought you looked familiar, but now I know for sure.
Oh.
You're dumber, aren't you?
Who are you calling dumber? I do have a name, you know. It's Rodcheens, you got it?
Wait, Rodcheens? Oh man, that's even worse.
You know each other? How is that?
He's actually an old acquaintance from the capital. It was a while back, but he and his two buddies tried to rob me of everything I had.
From all Betty has heard so far, you seem to be no more than trash, I suppose.
Just who the hell are you calling trash?
You don't have to waste your time on this guy. Leave him to me. I'll have him sorted in.
Huh? There you are. I wondered why you weren't back yet. You didn't cause any trouble, did you, Ratchings? Reinhardt, is that you? Indeed. It's been quite a while, Subaru. I've heard the rumors lately. I'm happy to see that you're doing well. Looks like what happened with Reinhardt earlier is really bothering him.
He just got a taste of his own medicine. I think it was a healthy opportunity for him to learn that there's someone stronger than him, I suppose.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, it could have been that too. Maybe you're just like, oh, what? He blocked me so easily.
Pardon me.
He does have an ego on him.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Felix is here? And Cruchet too? Wow, and even Wilhelm! It's been way too long. Hello, grandfather.
You're here as well, Reinhardt.
Huh? Anyway, I was shocked to hear you guys were invited here too.
Funny enough, we didn't expect you all to be here either. What a pleasant coincidence.
I don't know about you, but I had no idea that Reinhardt and Wilhelm were even related. And yet, they refused to look each other in the eye.
Alright, so why did you invite all of us to this inn, Lady Anastasia?
You think there's some big reason, huh? I genuinely just wanted to spend some time with all of you and talk for a little bit. Which is why I made sure I didn't invite the usual suspects who don't listen. Who are you referring to?
I see. That must be why Priscilla wasn't invited to join us today.
It's not like I didn't want to. She really just does her own thing, though, and I couldn't find any excuse to.
Priscilla's blonde hair.
And I've actually been getting along pretty well.
Big titty girl.
Lately. What do you mean, excuse? If someone's gonna come here, I only want to do it if I have a gift that they like, you know?
Okay, so then why was Cruchet's party invited here?
The reason that we traveled all the way here to Priestella is because Lady Anastasia mentioned she wanted to discuss the Sin Archbishop representing gluttony with us.
I wasn't trying to be mean to you or anything on purpose, Natsuki. It's just that I knew Cruchet was far more likely to be interested in this matter than you. That's all.
I know that you're thinking like a merchant, but even so, it still pisses me off.
It would be foolish not to acknowledge your burning desire to save Rem.
You mean that?
Besides, I feel it's best to have as many people as possible with the same goal. No matter whose blade reaches him first, there's no hard feelings.
It means the world to hear that. I swear I'll do my best to live up to your expectations. I will. I promise.
Even so, I still think we'll be the ones to get to him first.
I really hope for your sake you didn't start without me. It's surprising to see just how little has changed after a whole year. But I suppose I could say the same for me too.
Hey, Felt. I thought I had prepared clothing appropriate for you to wear outside. Why aren't you wearing it?
Ha! Like I'm gonna play along with your taste in clothing? Going out sightseeing was just an excuse I made. I was actually shopping for a change of clothes.
I truly can't believe you sometimes.
Thank you for inviting me today. It's a pleasure to be here.
This feels amazing. Hey, boss. Huh? Yeah? What's up?
Sorry, but mind if I step outside and get some air for a little bit?
Look, Garfield, you're too strong to beat yourself up like this.
I'm strong, but not the strongest. And as far as I'm concerned, that ain't enough.
I'm sure he'll be over it after he gets a little sleep.
I mean, I get where you're coming from because somebody can block his attack, then how he gonna be a shield?
Sneak, 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 sneak. Sneak, sneak. It suits me, I suppose.
Bayeko! Are you wearing think you're wearing?
As you can see from my attire, Betty is not quite the usual Betty right now.
Incredible! They even have Yukata here! Peiko's so pretty! Peiko's so lovely!
You're getting too excited, Subaru.
Amelia's wearing one too?
Are you okay? Your breathing seems rather coarse. Is it possible that you have a fever?
If I do, it's a mild fever of love.
Hey! While we were in the bath, I was told that my useless knight over here gave your blonde friend a pretty hard time earlier.
What happened between the two of us was nothing more than a misunderstanding.
Right? Just a little.
Well, since I absolutely have ulterior motives regarding you, I don't know what to say.
Anyway, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go grab food.
Wait, Subaru! You can't leave after creating this awkwardness!
You don't have anything to worry about. After all, I was obviously joking.
It's hard to tell with you.
You really are a coward. You do understand why you're able to see me. Am I right in assuming that much?
That's enough! Shut your damn mouth!
It's in his head, or is it because of the what happened?
That's right. You are far too weak. The only reason you didn't die by my hand last time is because you got a little bit lucky. It was pure chance that you managed to kill me. Certainly nothing more than that.
I said shut it!
Yeah, it was a
You
very
do
lucky
know
fight.
that you're weak, right? You are nothing more than a spineless weakling, and yet you managed to defeat me.
What's her name, Elsa?
There you are, Garf! Where are you going?
Speaking of Elsa, if that's her name, I met Christina V, who voiced her at Comic-Con.
Why are you making a
Check
weird
out my
face?
short.
Did something funny happen to you or something?
Does this look like a something funny just happened face? I ain't obligated to tell you, so I ain't gonna.
You know, when you talk about obligation and stuff like that, it kind of makes you sound like Yoshua. You don't need to be so reserved about it if you ask me. And besides, you look cooler when you laugh like a dummy.
What do you mean, like a dummy, you brat?
Hey, come over here, Garf! Look at this! The sunset looks so pretty! It's so red!
Yo, chill out a little, huh?
Leave it to a little kid to like
Shot.
cheer up a grown up. Well, I don't remember how old he is, but yeah.
Well, I guess brooding over it forever ain't gonna help too much.
What did you say?
Don't worry about it. Can't just get to be the strongest out of nowhere, right? All that means is I'm still in the middle of making my climb to the very top.
Yeah! On the long, long uphill climb to being the strongest!
Hey, you actually understand what I'm saying, don't ya? That's right. I'll keep climbing till I'm the strongest!
Hey, Garf, look!
Did a murder happen? Like, why is just a random canoe or boat?
Mister? Thanks for saving us back there.
Don't mention it, kiddo.
Would you mind telling us your name, mister?
My name ain't important enough to give out. But if you need something to remember me by, I'm a tiger. People call me Gorgeous Tiger!
Gorgeous Tiger is
A
so
tiger. Okay, I called him a wolf. My bad.
I can't help but feel like you wandered awfully far for a couple of kids your age.
I hope my sister isn't angry. I left
Where's the
without
rest of the
telling anything.
kids?
Oh man, if anyone knows how scary older sisters
Guess he took
can
them
be,
home.
it'd be me. You leave it to me and I'll sort it out, okay?
You mean it, Gorgeous Tiger? Fred! Oh, hey there, sis. Where were you? How much must you make me worry before you're satisfied?
Take it easy, sis. He didn't mean any harm by it, so cut him some slack, huh?
Raphael? Did Fred turn up?
It appears you've been caring for my son. I appreciate it.
Oh, looks like your mommy.
I couldn't eat any more if I wanted.
I'm waiting for the shit to hit the fan.
I could get used to eating that kind of food, I suppose.
You always got to start with it on the first episode.
I apologize if I happened to startle you.
It's not that. I was just lost in the view is all. A sword demon in a Japanese-style garden. You look good in the moonlight. It suits you.
I do appreciate the kind words, but I believe that's the sort of thing you should say to a woman. Sorry you had to waste it on me.
Yeah, well, the girl I want to appeal to right now isn't exactly the type to fall for sappy lines like the moonlight suits you.
That frustration is part of what makes love so enjoyable.
Do I smell the rambling of an old man coming on?
Would you like to hear that?
Absolutely.
Well then... I was not always articulate. Not like I am today. To be honest, I hardly spoke at all back then.
I can see that.
Wielding the sword was everything to me. Everything I thought before I started swinging the sword, and the things I thought while swinging it, were what ended up defining who I was as a person. It was my wife who eventually led me to see this pain.
His younger self looked familiar. Did they show a flashback in season 2?
Then, whenever I swing a sword, I always think of her.
Even now you still do?
I suppose back then, and even now, it was the sword that tied us both together. As long as I carry
Oh yeah, I think they did. Yeah,
I
yeah.
will continue to think of her.
That can't be true.
I am a firm believer that when there's something you are unable to do alone, all you have to do is gather others who are in the same situation as you.
Yeah, but even a guy like me who's a useless, insignificant loser?
Indeed. Although I honestly quite like the useless, insignificant loser that you happen to be. Sorry. Perhaps I spoke too much. That said, there is one thing I always think whenever I speak with you. And that one thing is, why can I not speak this way with my grandson? I would give anything to be able to.
How come you and Reinhardt don't get along with each other? You two are family, right?
I have only 3 regrets in my life. 3 regrets that I have absolutely no.
It's harder talking to family than it is to strangers.
And one of them is causing the enormous rift between my grandson and I. My actions back then were irredeemably and unforgivably foolish. I had turned my eyes from that regret in the name of seeking revenge for my wife. And now that I've successfully avenged her, I want nothing more than to close the rift between the two of us that I created.
I see, but you lack the courage.
And I could not be more ashamed.
Reinhardt told me he wanted to hear the details about the fight with the White Whale. I don't know if the White Whale has anything to do with the awkwardness between you two. But what I am certain of is that Reinhardt knows you spent over 10 years trying to avenge his grandma. And he wants to hear about it. In fact, I'm sure more than anything, he's looking forward to hearing it from you.
To be honest, I am simply no match for you, Subaru.
Did Garfield ever come home?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, raise both arms and... victory!
You seem to be in a particularly good mood this morning, Subaru.
Something happened before I went to bed last night.
Something good? Then I'm glad. After all, you seemed worried yesterday. Well, unlike Subaru, he appears to be in a terrible state.
Looks like Otto's got a hangover.
I sure do. Like I said, I came
Drinking
all this
too
way, so I saw lots
much.
of people last night and reestablished connect.
Watch it!
Anyway, I haven't seen Garfield.
Look at you being protective of your spirit. I love that.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's in kind of a sensitive state right now. So if you see him, be nice to him.
I don't think I ever got a
Now that you're
hangover.
back, Otto, do you have any plans for today?
I blacked out
Unless I'm
once.
mistaken.
Ricardo has not returned, as far as Mimi's whereabouts. I believe she is accompanying Garfield around town.
Upon learning that she hadn't returned to the inn last night, Heitaro and Tivy ran into town in a
Who's
panic.
Ricardo?
Heitaro does tend to lose sight of everything else whenever it comes to Mimi. But if Tivy's with him, he'll be fine. Oh, there is something I'd like to ask of you, Yoshua.
Oh yeah, that's
course,
my
what is it,
question
my
though.
lady?
Yeah,
If you don't
Garfield
mind,
didn't return.
I'd like you to deliver a letter to the main gate in Tivy and Heitaro's place. And this letter is an extremely important one.
Hold on, is it about gluttony? Please, Yoshua! You're my only hope now!
What makes you think I owe you any favors?
Sorry for the delay. It took longer than we thought, but we've arrived.
Looks like everybody who's coming is finally here. Okay, start bringing it in!
Is this what I think it is?
For today's breakfast, we're having a traditional Kararagi's favorite. Dai Sukiyaki!
Wait a sec, is this supposed to be okonomiyaki?
Did you see that, Subaru? I managed to flip it perfectly. You can eat this one. I'm proud of it. It looks fairly decent, I suppose. Now, if you want a proper Daisukiyaki, Subaru, I'm willing to give you the chance to eat the one I've cooked for you.
I'm no expert at this.
But that's way too much sauce! And you, Amelia,
Yeah.
yours isn't even cooked all the way!
Just a little suggestion. Try tasting it before offering it to someone else. Next one's ready whenever you are, Felt.
Oh, good. Just keep them coming. I can eat as many as you can make.
I think I just saw something I wasn't meant to.
Good morning, law-abiding citizens.
He dedicated his life to the sword. He don't know how to do nothing else.
Huh? What am I hearing? It's a broadcast that happens every morning. They make it using a media at the city government building.
A broadcast? With Metia?
And this happens every day here? What's the purpose of it?
I've heard it's there in case of an emergency. Because of the way this city was first built, evacuation routes are few and far between.
Oh, interesting.
By the way, in case it wasn't obvious to you, it was Kiritaka who came up with the broadcast idea.
Yeah, I think I can believe that.
Hi there, everyone! Liliana here! I hope all of you are ready, because I intend to sing my heart out for you this morning.
Reinhardt, if you don't mind. Well, you see,
Is there something you want to tell me?
it's just I can't seem to cook these. If it's not too much trouble, could you teach me how?
Yes, I would love to, grandfather.
Ah, that's sweet.
No, that's hardly fair. The timing's a little too convenient, wouldn't you say?
That's his son, and that's Reinhardt's
Good to see
dad.
you, Dad.
Do you want to tell us who you are?
He just said it.
I gotta say, I'm not liking the nasty look that you're sending my way right now, kid. Hey, I don't care which one of you does it, but teach the kid some manners and butcher him.
If I may, sir. At the moment, both Reinhardt and I are off duty. We're here to fulfill another objective. No one has the right to give us orders. And that applies to you as well, even as a vice captain.
Oh, I'm shivering in my boots. Come on, I was only kidding around. Don't get defensive. I may be vice captain in name only, but I still have a grasp on the rules. I know a thing or two.
The vice captain in name only, huh?
That's right. I'm just decorative. One and only hated vice captain of Lagunica's Royal Guard. If I'm not mistaken, my old man took a huge weight off your shoulders. After all, he took the time to avenge the previous Master Swordsman after you killed her.
Please stop this, Heinkel! That's enough! Just how far do you plan on?
Unfortunately, lip service won't do you much good, old man. You of all people are in no position to criticize me. Because you were the first one to rebuke Reinhardt for killing the previous Master Swordsman, weren't you? You're not gonna say anything.
Did he kill her at a young age?
Groaning on your knees isn't enough to reconcile for what you've done. And Teresia
That's crazy. He was that good.
let you off that easy.
So this is Heinkel von Astria.
Don't add the von, you brat. I never received that title, so I'm only Heinkel Astria.
And what business do you have with all of us?
Emilia.
Didn't know I was in the presence of the Princess Emilia. The same half-demon princess who was flung into a battle she had no chance of winning.
You can express your feelings about me all you want, but that isn't what you came here to do. So why don't you do us all a favor, and tell us why you really came here today?
You're more brazen than the rumor said you were.
Answer me.
For someone who came in here with so much confidence, I gotta say, you look pretty sheepish right now.
That's a real shame, because I was looking forward to getting to hear some exciting stories.
I have no desire to hear this boorish man speak any longer.
Do you feel better now after that, Vice Captain? If you have no other business here, I believe it would be best for all of us if you left on your
Oh,
own.
here she comes.
I'm afraid there's no need for that, peasant.
It took you long enough. I was beginning to think you'd never show up, Lady Priscilla.
Silence, fool. I haven't seen this lineup in a while. It seems like you're all getting along swimmingly.
Priscilla? So then you're the one who brought him here, aren't you?
Am I supposed to know you?
I knew she was gonna say that.
Come on, princess. That's a little mean, don't you think? Remember the guy who humiliated himself in public when you presented yourself at the castle? Well, that's him. You were laughing your head off about it, remember?
I don't recall. And I find it hard to believe I would ever do something as improper as laughing my head off.
Priscilla!
Take it easy there. Neither of us will gain anything from duking it out.
Like I give a damn! All I gathered from what you said
Calm
is
down,
that it doesn't
Subaru.
matter to you how many times I suffer.
Subaru. I'm quite certain that you're the only one I didn't inform about today's proceedings. That doesn't matter. After all, once something finds its way into someone's ear, you can't stop it from soaking in like a teardrop.
Basically, Reinhardt's dad is just a drunk old guy, huh?
Look at that. A little girl from the slums has deluded herself into thinking that she has an opinion to share with me.
I like to think I do have some stake in all this, because the reality is the Astria family estate isn't going to Reinhardt. Meaning whether we like it or not, that drunk old guy holds our future in his hands.
Guess your brain finally caught up to that fact. But you're exactly right. The heir to the Astria estate is me. Not once did I ever consider giving it to Reinhardt. Nor do I ever intend to.
Okay.
Yes, Lady Felt. What's wrong?
Ignore him. Say nothing, and just sit there looking proud.
Will do.
Backing is...
Now, peasant.
Really? What now, Lady Priscilla? Can't you see I'm in the middle of a conversation?
Shut up.
That's enough temper tantrums, princess. Seriously, give me a break. You pulling out the Yang sword nearly gave me a heart attack.
Get this peasant out of here and see that he's tended to. I trust you're able to handle that, Schultz. Understood. I'll take care of it. Excuse me, Heinkel, but it's time to go.
Schultz is always so brave.
You
isn't he?
strong.
So is what that old man said back there actually the truth? You're gonna run us out and go back to the Domain Lord?
And if that were to be the case, what would you do about it? Accept it with teary eyes and back down quietly?
Ha! Yeah, right. Don't make me laugh. No matter what anybody else says, I'm not accepting anything with teary eyes. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make that old man concede the estate.
That's fine by me. Regardless of what you choose to do, my victory's inevitable. That being said, it couldn't hurt to have some fun and chaos.
Yeah, you just like to be amused.
So go on, entertain.
So
After all, that's what you minor characters
she
are
love
here for.
interesting
Aren't you
things
arrogant?
happening.
I'll make you regret ever saying that.
Damn it. Just cool down. I was the only one that was losing my temper in there.
There's no need to take it out on the floor. And it's certainly...
It's always the case, Subaru.
I let myself get worked up by what was happening, while everyone else was calm. I'm such a loser.
That's where you're wrong. The rash behavior you had displayed, it prompted everyone else to maintain a level head in return. Sometimes your imprudence turns out to be useful.
Come on, at least make it sound like you're giving me a compliment.
If it were a knightly attitude I desired, then I would be unable to praise your actions. But...
Now what are you trying to do?
just what it looks like. I'm giving my thanks for what you did, for putting forth your righteous indignation on display in my stead.
You're thanking me for getting pissed for you? You're kidding, right? And what makes you think I was mad for your sake anyway? I only got upset because they were pissing me off. If you were mad about what was happening, you should have let loose on them.
I could never treat a superior with such insolence, even him.
Man, you're always such a stiff, you know that? You're so busy worrying about being knightly that you've gone and covered your whole heart in armor.
I've covered my heart in armor. Huh. I cannot deny how true that is.
You're saying if Heinkel decided to go up against the kingdom, they would consider his whole household their enemy? But if that's the case, it would mean the entire kingdom has absolutely no faith in either Reinhardt or Wilhelm for that matter.
15 years ago, one of the members of the royal family had been taken against their will.
So, what's your point?
At the time, Wilhelm was captain of the Royal Guard, and so he was responsible for conducting the search for the missing family member. Unfortunately, the battle fought by the previous Master Swordsman against the White Whale happened while Wilhelm was away from the capital on his search.
So he missed his wife's death because of that kidnapping? And that's why he carries such a strong grudge now? Why don't they understand he's not that kind of guy? What's it gonna take to get through to them?
Apologies. I really should have known better than to tell you all this when you were unprepared to hear it.
Look, I understand you're worried about Reinhardt's well-being and all, so it makes sense you'd get upset. Nobody would find it uncalled for. Remember what I said? You don't have to be the perfect knight all the time. It'll only end up doing more harm than good. Doesn't it sound nice to ditch the armor and just be Yuli sometimes? Who knows? Some things might even work out better if you have that kind of flexibility.
Yuli, huh?
I mean, that's sound advice, but you just take your own advice. You get emotional too much.
It seems like you and Julius were having a nice chat in the garden earlier. What was it about?
Boys being boys. You know, you're boys being boys. You're a comrade in arms. Now come here so I can hold you in my arms. And he's like, nah, I'm staying home with my wife. I'm like, whatever, nigga. That's gay.
If that's how you saw it, then you're super wrong. But I'm curious what you think it was about.
Boys being boys.
Maybe where you'll go to have fun next time?
What are we, school buddies? We're both just looking out for enemies, that's all. Maybe a little bit of small talk when things got quiet.
I feel like that makes you two friends.
If there's one thing that I know, it's that he and I aren't friends.
You're so stubborn.
No kidding, I suppose.
Oh, look at that. There's a rather large crowd forming up ahead.
It appears so. I have to say it looks much livelier than it did yesterday, I suppose.
Priscilla got the moves.
Priscilla?
Your dancing was phenomenal! I thought my eyes were gonna pop out of their sockets from witnessing your extraordinary footwork. I appreciate both your kind words and your song that managed to entertain me. I can't remember the last time I had this much fun at a Bart's performance. Well done. Am I seeing things? Or is that Subaru and Amelia just over there? Oh, and the little girl, too.
Yesterday was hectic, so we couldn't make any arrangements. But it's nice seeing you here again today.
Do you need something? Why are you staring at me like that? It's incredibly rude. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just... I was so surprised to see you dancing, Priscilla. I'm not really one to dance. Not unless I feel compelled to. And today I felt just that when I stumbled upon this performer's beautiful playing.
Seriously? Are you telling me you're a Liliana fangirl too?
I can't believe you really think my singing is that amazing! Now you got me blushing over here. Your singing was indeed worthy of my praise. If you're interested, I'd be more than happy to have you serve as my personal songstress. Thank you so much for that amazing offer! I'm so honored by that I can feel myself bursting with pride. But... I'm afraid I must decline. Can you please explain why you chose to decline my invitation? 'Cause I am Liliana. Liliana the Bard. A nomad who's destined to be carried
Priscilla
away
was
by the
gonna
wind
lose
again
it.
someday. No person or thing can hold me in place. My mother, her mother, and her mother before her all lived that same kind of lifestyle. We are a clan with no physical traces. We leave behind only our song in people's hearts. Just as no one can imprison the wind, there isn't anybody who can stop my singing. Well, that's an answer I think I can live with. Forgive me if it was a boorish question to ask of you. It was a perfectly fine question. If anything, I should be the one apologizing to you. What is it now, peasant?
I'm just shocked is all. The second she turned you down, I thought for sure you were gonna cut Liliana in half for daring to disrespect you.
I was also a little surprised by that. I had always thought you were someone who would do anything to get what you wanted, and it didn't really matter what stood in your way. Don't forget, everything in this world belongs to me. Meaning there's no need for me to keep all beautiful, noble, and worthy things directly at my side. In order
Sounds
to
like the dude from Dr.
This
Stone.
entire world is truly my garden. Then it doesn't matter
I
where
own
the bird
everything.
chooses to sing. It is mine all the same. Alrighty then! With that said, now that it looks like everyone has calmed down, it's the perfect time to perform a song in commemoration of our friendship. And after the song, we'll have a nice chat. I don't know about you, Subaru, but I feel like you should grab some snacks for us to enjoy while we're doing that, don't you? And after, we'll have a nice chat. I don't know about you, but I feel like you should grab some snacks for us to enjoy, don't you?
What is this? A choose your own adventure where I can't move on until I say yes?
The hell?
I apologize for interrupting your day, but I ask that you please bestow your attention upon me for a
And
brief
here we go. The cult.
Thank you for understanding. I am the Sin Archbishop in the Witches Cult representing Wrath. But you are welcome to call me Sirius Romane Conti.
Sirius Romana Conti.
Did I hear that right? She didn't just say the witch's cult, did she? Hey, did you hear that? Yeah, and this is a joke. It's not a very good one.
I mean, you should recognize that tire.
There we go. It took about 30 seconds for all of you to become completely silent. I apologize, but thank you for your cooperation. Your small act of selflessness brings me joy. And also, you two over there, and you two young men right there. I'm sorry, please don't be angry with me. I apologize from the very bottom of my heart for taking so much of your precious time. You should know I would say just about anything to please each and every one of you.
Okay, then can I take you up on that offer and ask a question?
Please do. I'll happily answer. Thank you.
Well, I don't know what it is you're after, but I'm keeping a girl waiting. 4 of them, actually. So what I'm wondering is, do you think you can do whatever it is you're gonna do here and let us go?
Oh dear, what a pickle. I'm so sorry. What a smooth operator you are, young man. Keeping 4 girls waiting is no small feat, you naughty boy. Still, thank you. I'm sorry. I must hurry.
Nah, don't worry about it. I'd actually appreciate it if you just keep calm and say what you want to say.
Sorry to cause you concern. Thank you, sir. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the reason I appeared before you all like this.
Because I want you to die.
You mentioned earlier there's something you want to make certain of, right? So then what is it that you want to know?
That's right, we're all looking forward to hearing it.
If you're gonna talk, then hurry up or we're gonna
Subaru is surprisingly calm about this cult.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'll finish what I'm saying right away. You see, the thing I want to make certain of, what I want to know, is a matter of love, nothing more. Oh, I'm so embarrassed! Would I trouble you to accompany me as I confirm?
Did she put him under a spell when she clapped?
Do you really mean it? Thank you so very much, and I'm so sorry. The world truly is a gentle place, one that's brimming with kindness and love. Every time I feel that, it makes me want to display my gratitude. We yield to each other and also forgive each other. That's why I always say thank you and I'm sorry together. Always together. Now come on up here. Sorry I kept you waiting so long. Please forgive me. I'm sorry it's so tight, but you're a boy, and it's not manly to cry so much. I know I should keep it a secret, but you've even wet yourself. How embarrassing is it for people to know that?
Oh yeah, it's embarrassing, all right.
Oh yeah, she definitely put under a spell when she clapped.
Hey, there are only 3 times in a boy's life when he's allowed to cry, you know?
Maybe it started the moment she started talking, but for sure, full effect when she clapped, because she said it took 30 seconds. So yeah, it was probably when she started talking.
What a promising future you have ahead of you. You see, Loosebell here has a close friend of his, a little girl named Tina with just the cutest blonde curls. They have the perfect relationship in which they care for each other very deeply. I hope you can see why I had trouble deciding which one of them I wanted to bring here. At first I went with my instincts and thought I'd bring Tina here with me, but Loosebell desperately begged me not to, and it touched my heart in a way I didn't even know was possible. So in recognition of Loosebell's determination, I decided to have him assist me with things today.
I feel like if Beatrice was with him, he wouldn't have fallen so easily. But Liliana must have been entranced by her, because she was just repeating the line. Maybe that's just her personality, but I feel like she had to be.
I commend you on your tremendous bravery, Loosebell. It truly does exist. There really is love to be found here. My chest is pounding with excitement at the thought of your hearts coming together as one. Thunderous applause, please.
What?
I was right. The world is brimming with kindness.
She linked all of their... That's a crazy power.
About you, Subaru, but I feel like you should grab some snacks for us to enjoy while we're doing that, don't you? Hello? Are you still with us? Hello? Are you ignoring me? Are you? Hey!
Okay, no, that's just her personality.
Subaru, are you alright? Subaru, what's going on, I suppose? Subaru!
I feel sick. I feel sick. I feel sick.
Okay, that was fire. That was ReZero Season 3, Episode 1 premiere. That was... I was gonna leave this on, but never mind. They started singing the copyright. But, of course, like I said, shit always hits the fan in the premiere. That's why I feel like... I was talking to my homie like this because he was like, you know, they have it. When he was playing Monster Hunter, he was saying, you know, premiere is an hour some change long. And I was like, yeah, I know. It seemed like they feel like they have to do that now. Let me see if season 2 was an hour. Some change. No, season 2 didn't do that because it. I guess season 1 ended well off enough, but how long was the wait for? But anyway, I was telling him. I feel like with season 1, they felt like they had to do a longer episode to hook people, because I feel like it was just 20-some minutes. I don't think that was enough to grab people. And let me see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at I'm looking at the season. I'm trying to see how long a break it was. Yeah, cause okay, they did a director's cut. Yeah, they like shortened it. Cause I think I don't remember what came out first. But anyway, let me see when season 2 came out. How long was the wait for season 2? 2021. That's not bad. 3 years. Okay, 3 years. It's not as bad as the wait from season 1 to 2. It was 5 years. But yeah, I feel like season 1 they need to make it a longer episode. Cause that's what I seen in director's cut. I don't know if it originally came out, but I think it did. But I remember I got into it with the director's cut. Yeah, cause I'm seeing like a bunch of episodes, season 1. But damn, I lost my train of thought. But season 3, yeah, I don't think it would have been as strong as the open if we just got a 3-year wait and we just got that first 20-some minutes of the episode. And it's like, these are based off like novels, so I feel like it's important to get this dialogue across. Like, sure, there's still stuff they leave out because there's a lot of stuff they gotta cover. But let me see how long the other episodes are in season 3. 20-some minutes. But yeah, it sucks that that's the hard thing about adapting the show. You gotta pick and choose what you want to put in and leave out to make it flow well. But then there's some things people don't catch or don't understand. And then you get the dickheads who read the light novel be getting all smug about it or getting mad somebody don't understand, or getting mad people don't understand somebody's choices in the show, which is like, bro, we're not reviewing the light novel character, we're reviewing the anime character. You having prior knowledge doesn't negate someone's feelings on a character, because we're talking about the show version, not the novel version. I hate when people are like, oh, this person this like this and this, but I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I don't need you to spoil the show for me, because I'm talking about people in reactors comments, because I've seen somebody address this. Your boy Roshi, if you guys watch him. But yeah, I noticed that a lot over the years. Somebody always be like, oh, you don't understand because you don't read the manga. I'm like, yeah, well, we're not talking about the manga. And it's like, they get mad when Naruto is not rated the highest. I'm like, oh, but this, because Shippuden didn't have a lot of filler. I mean, there was no filler in the manga. I'm like, well, we're talking about the story in the anime, and it was a bunch of filler. It ruined the show's pacing. So I'm rating the anime. I can't just take out the filler like, oh, this story is really good. Like, no, I gotta rate accordingly to how it was presented to me, and then that's a problem. Same with One Piece. There are arcs that are ruined by the pacing. They're repeated scenes to be close to the manga. Like, oh, this arc's amazing. It's not that amazing because it's been ruined by the pacing. But didn't happen in the manga. I'm like, we're not talking about the manga. If I was reading the manga and reviewing it, then it'll be a different story. But reviewing the anime, it's a different thing. I can't go off of how the arc is in the manga because I'm not reviewing the manga. Same with this. ReZero, y'all need to understand, you can't get mad at somebody's reaction over a character. The reactions to a character's choice or decisions because they missing information that's not provided in the anime. Or if it's provided in the next episode. Okay. We're talking about my thoughts for this episode, not for something that comes in the future. You having information on the future because you read the light novel is a cheat code in a sense, but you can't get mad at someone's feelings because they don't know what's going to happen in the future. We're talking about the present. If it hasn't happened at that current moment, then I'm going to give my thoughts on this current moment. This is my thoughts on the current moment. And then if I see they explain something in the future that I didn't like, or like, why didn't he do this? Then I'm like, okay, now I get why he do this. It still doesn't change how I felt before then. I'm sorry, I just had to rant because, yeah, some of y'all be annoying. It'd be nice people who explain it calmly, but it'd be dickheads. I mean, my channel is small. I haven't had no dickheads in the comments yet. People are just really nice when, like, I'm watching stuff, explaining stuff. But yeah, just seeing that, I'm like, I get how some people feel, because, like, I don't be engaging in comments and when I be watching reactions. I haven't watched this reaction because, you know, no spoilers, but stuff I have watching now, I watch a reactor react to something, and I be seeing the comments, I'm like, y'all weird. But anyway, back to this, how I feel about this episode. It's nice that we had some downtime. I'm like, this man Subaru is the 1 year time skip since he made a contract with Beatrice and all that happened. It's cool this man gets some more peace. It sucks that Rim been asleep for, you know, but, you know, you can't rush the plot. I don't want it to be rushed. But yeah, he got some peace and he's training somewhat. That's good. Like, it shows like he's actually trying to get stronger somewhat, because he is, at the end of the day, he's just a regular human. And he doesn't keep his, like, guess he could change events with his return to zero ability. I think that's what it's called, but everything resets at that point, so he can't just keep training and then dying over, because his body don't remember it. It remembers up to the point. So that's good. Like, he trains somewhat. Like, he needs more. He's a little bit more fit. Yeah, he's still weak compared to everybody else in this world, but at least he's getting to some shape, because, you know, he can't be running a stamina that fast. He needs to be able to do something in certain situations, and like his whip strength is very strong. Or rope, yeah, I think that was a whip. He broke that thing, so that, like, that's something. He broke that target. I love how close him and Beatrice are, but, you know, he gave that touching speech to her in the library about, like, oh, let me take you out of here stuff in season 2. But yeah, they so close. That's adorable. Like I said, it's hard for me to remember the names. I watch so much anime. I have a good memory on certain things, but like names, ooh. So it was cool seeing. Damn, I forgot the Tiger Boy name again. But it was cool seeing Amelia, Otto, Felt, Reinhardt. What is Tiger's boy name? Something. Like, he still stay out. Something must be up with that family. Or is that actually his mom? I want to know more. I'm looking at these thumbnails. It's not spoiling anything, but I should get away from these thumbnails for the next episodes. But, yeah, so basically, they get a letter from, damn, see, I'm bad with names. They get a letter from Violet Hair Knight's brother. Violet Hair Knight's younger brother comes to where Amelia stays to give him an invitation from oh my god, I don't remember the girl's name, but who he serves and who his brother serves. Cause she wants to talk to them about something, and also gives them a detail on Crystal Amelia needs to bring back Pac. So Subaru's a little worried, like, oh, why she wanted, because he don't trust people. Understandable, he can't be too trusting. But they end up going to I don't remember the city's name. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. The City of Water. I'm gonna say Water 7. We gonna call this place Water 7 too. I get it ingrained in my memory. They went to Water 7, and Super was like, oh, this the way the city works is when it rains, it floods, so the city is goes underwater. But they have these devices to like navigate the water, to choose where it goes out to help that, and there's not many ways out for evacuation. But Subaru was like, oh, it seemed like it was designed as a water prison to trap people in. Like, oh, why so much security? And I was just like, he's like, security really tight. And I was just weirded out by that, because I'm like, bro, you're from a world where security's tight. When you go into another country, or you even go into another state, you gotta go through security checks. I'm like, that's not that far out there to me. So that was just weird that he said that, like, oh, it sucks because the security is super tight. Like, I would hope the security tight. You don't want just anybody getting in. But yeah, Super meets his bard in the city in a beautiful voice. And I think she's gonna play a major factor for this season, maybe, possibly. She's gotta have abilities with her singing. But Super does a little duet with her, and we see Reinhardt again when I'm trying to remember his name. Gabriel. I don't remember his name. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Tiger Boy sensed a threat, and he attacked Reinhardt immediately because that's his instinct. He sensed someone strong. You're like, oh, this must be dangerous. And Reinhardt blocked it super easy. I believe it's voiced by Kagi. What's his name? Kagi Films. He's a YouTuber. But yeah, he sensed it immediately. I mean, he blocked it easy, and that hurt his pride because he's supposed to be the ultimate shield for Amelia, and like he feel like he got embarrassed in front of his boss Subaru as well, so that hurt his pride a bit. So he's feeling some type of way, and Sexy Elsa. Let me see if that's her name, because I don't remember. Where is it? Yes, it's Elsa. Elsa Grandheart. I think Elsa is still lingering in his mind, because taunting him because he knows there's stronger people out there than him, and he feels weak. And she's lingering in his mind because she's basically saying, you know why I'm here. You beat me because you got lucky. Otherwise you would have lost. Because Elsa is a problem, strong as hell. Her and her sister were trouble, but just her alone, she's just super good. Fine as hell. I wish Subaru could have got her on the team somehow. I would have found a way. You know, I'm just built different. I would have found a way. I'll try to get as much information I could to maybe change them. And, you know, I'm just talking out my ass, but, you know, I would have found a way. But yeah, she's just taunting him, saying he's weak. But she was like, "Well, you did beat me in the end." So, you know, it's just his subconscious getting in his own head about it. And the little tiger kid or whatever found him and was cheering him up. And we found out, like, he saved some kids and he's walking them home. One of the kids, he found the mother looks like his mom. So he was in shock, and then it's tension between Reinhardt and his grandfather, and then we meet Reinhardt's dad, and he's a piece of shit. He's mad. He's mad because he killed the previous swordmaster, and yeah, it's tension with there. And then we learn like each party, Violet Hair's mistress who he's protecting, and the girl from last season who worked with Subaru to stop the whale. All of them who work together to stop the whale and defeat one of the cult members, all talking about, hey, Gluttony, yeah, we all have our reasons for going after Gluttony. I know you want to go after Gluttony for Realm's sake, but like, no hard feelings. Whoever gets there first gets there first. And yeah, Reinhardt's dad is a dickhead, and what was I going to say? Oh, we learned Priscilla is crazy. She's amusing, but she's a little crazy. We'll see Priscilla dancing. Out of character for her. She's like, we see another side of her where she was like, oh, I accept your reason for not wanting to join me. And then like Liliana, the bar girl, she was just like, go get some snacks for us and we could talk. And she kept repeating herself. He was like, is this like an NPC thing till I say yes, you're gonna repeat? And I found that a little weird. But he went to go get the snacks. He bumped into Thief Boy from Doug from season 1 again. I forget his name. And then all of a sudden, all the people who crowded around and they heard a voice. This lady up top, cult member. Subaru was like, oh, is this a cult member? And then all of a sudden, he wasn't like that concerned about it. I was like, what's going on? And I started to realize, like, wait. She put him under a trance. So I'm guessing it started when she started talking. But it was complete when she clapped. She said it took 30 seconds. But yeah, because that was just weird. I was like, I'm not sure if Liliana was working with her, if she was under trance, but then she started saying different dialogue when Subaru wasn't listening. So like maybe she's not under trance after he came back. But yeah, this Raph, I think she's the co-member of Raph. She has an interesting power. Whoever she puts under a trance is linked to the person she kills. So however that person dies, everyone else who's under the trance dies as well. The person who she kills isn't under the trance, but the people who are under the trance are linked, or they got the Hidan link, blood link, or whatever you want to call it, from Naruto. So whatever happens to the kid happens to them on some Hidan shit. Whatever happens to Hidan, you feel as well. So the chick, she dropped him. She's amusing. Every cult member is amusing, but yeah, it's sick. But yeah, she dropped him and he fell head first. Pumpkin squish. So you just see head popping. That was pretty cool ability. Gruesome, horrifying, terrible, but yeah. And then Superman come back and he feels awful. So now I'm not sure how much he's going to be able to relay since he was under a trance. Really, he just know. He's going to feel like, yo, this thing happened. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to like have any memories besides knowing like he heard her say that she's from the cult, and then after that he don't have no recollection after that. I don't know. We gonna see. So let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below. What's up, you guys? I'm back real quick in the middle of editing. I noticed something I wanted to bring up real quick. So when they was talking about how they were able to hear the broadcast, and Liliana was on the started to sing after the announcement, I was like, I had a brain blast moment because I was like, you know, I'm suspicious. I was saying I'm suspicious of Liliana if she working with Sirius. I remember her name when I was editing. I'm not even there yet. when she appears. But I was saying, what if she's working with Sirius somehow? Because I'm like, she kept repeating the dialogue, but I was like, well, she sounded normal after the Return to Zero shit. And but hear me out. On the broadcast, I was like, what if she? Because I don't know if she does this broadcast all the time. I'm like, what if she decided to go broadcast her music this day? Because she is the one to put people in a trance with her songs. And she just plays it. She do a little people day by day. But she was like, let me do the whole city just in case I don't bump into Subaru and them some more. So I'm gonna play the music at the beginning. This is far-fetched. I'm thinking too much. But I was like, you know what? This could be the truth. Because maybe they have a combination technique. Leona Sirius. But I was like, because I also thought too, when I was doing this, I'm like, wait a minute. It makes me think she's working with Sirius also, because I was like, why did those people beat up on Subaru like that? That was like that. I thought in the beginning it was a little aggressive, but I didn't think nothing about it till I started, going into the edit. I was like, that was a little aggressive for him saying the song sucked. But I was like, yeah, maybe her music has some special power. I don't know. We'll see when I get to episode 2 and 3. But that's all I want to say. Peace.
私とあなたの恋の距離甘くとろける恋の距離
And soon the gap between us starts to draw more closely. Becomes a quiet love that burns so brightly. In time the stork will bring us both a baby. And finally we'll become a family. A brighter future lies ahead for our love story.